Thanks for watching Bruins 360. I'm Emily Lewandowski. This week in the studio, Johnny Gamet talked with Stefanie Nifenecker of the Bruins golf team about the spring season. Johnny?
Thanks, Emily. I'm here with Stefanie Nifenecker, and we're going to be talking about Bruins golf and the spring season coming up here in the spring. And Stefanie, thanks so much for joining us here on Bruins 360. Let's just talk about, you know, it was kind of a new thing last fall on the golf team. What first got you interested in golf?
Well, I guess I had played a little bit in high school before I moved down south. I moved here my junior year of high school. So before then, I had played a little bit in the summers and everything. And then this year, when I heard about the team, when the opportunity came up, I was very interested in it because I love the sport, but I haven't played a lot. So I talked to the coach, and I warned him. Obviously I haven't played in a long time. It's been 6 years, but since there were openings and he just really wanted to get the team started, I figured it would be a great opportunity to kind of jump back into it. So I didn't even have golf clubs here or any of my gear, so I actually had to have those shipped down here. And then once we had all that, we just kind of jumped into it, and we started practicing a couple days a week, and we had a couple tournaments in the fall, which were very much beginner tournaments for me, just to get used to everything. And then with the spring coming up, I think I've had a lot more time to practice and get back into it, so I'm really looking forward to it.
What were some of the things as you competed more as a competition rather than recreational or different things? What were some of the things that kind of changed your perspective about the game and even in preparation?
Well, I guess I expected going into more of the competitive side of things for it to be a little bit more intense, but what I've learned is that the people that you're competing with, it's really all about building relationships, and our coach stresses that a lot, especially at this being our first year. He's not expecting us to have great scores or anything, so it's really about building those relationships with other schools, and we've definitely had that opportunity. And so getting out there, you're split up into groups, and you spend a couple hours with these people on the course throughout 18 holes, and it's not such a competitive environment when you know that everyone knows you're just a beginner kind of, but they're very welcoming, and I was really enjoying that, getting to know everybody and then them giving you tips as you play. It was just a great chance to get to know them, and it was a good learning experience too. It wasn't as intimidating as I expected it to be.
Yeah, a lot of people think that when you go out on the course that this is my opponent, I've got to beat them, I've got to get the edge. Talk a little bit more about some of the relationships in the tournaments and what you guys talk about, and just as you said, you spend 3 hours with these people over 18 holes. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, the difference between golf and a lot of other sports, golf is definitely a game of honor, and so the attitude going into it is a little bit different. You're very respectful of your opponents, and I know sometimes in other sports it can be very aggressive, but this is a long, drawn-out game, and so you really need to keep the spirit up and the attitude positive as you work with everyone. And there's a lot of times in golf where maybe someone loses the ball and you all go searching for it, and so there's a lot of teamwork even with your opponents. But at the end of the day, you just do your best score as best as you can there, and everyone just kind of helps each other out, and it's really just enjoyable. You're out there in the sunshine usually. Yeah. Usually good
except
weather.
For the exception to the last tournament.
Yeah. So except for that, usually it's great weather, a beautiful day, and you just get to talk to people, and you talk about all different types of things too. So your schools, because everyone's from different schools, and just your background, where you're from, family stuff, because you're walking and talking for a long time. So it's really fun. What's
the biggest thing that you think you learned from last fall season that you can take with you into this season?
I think for me, focusing on just the next shot. It's easy, especially in golf, when you have so many shots throughout the day, to get maybe hung up on the previous hole or something and how you perform there. But for me, just want to focus on getting the next best shot and, just enjoying it, because I'm not naturally a very competitive sports person, so this is fun for me, just to be able to have a good time and get to know people. So I just want to really improve. Every time I just want to have a better score, and that's what our coach stresses, just to do your best and make lots of friends, and that's what we've been doing. So.
We ask everybody, the last question that we always ask people is, what's the best part of being a part of the Bruins? What's your favorite thing?
A tough question. I've really enjoyed getting to know our coach, honestly. I didn't know him at all going into this, and this is his first semester here too. And I've just been so amazed at how he handles everything. He's actually, Coach Scott is working on his doctorates as well, so he's writing a dissertation, and Having him as a coach, he's just been such a mentor, and I've really enjoyed getting to work with him, and then also getting to know the guys on the team. And we have a unique bond because you're usually traveling for a couple days, and I know a lot of the other teams do that too. But it's been really fun to get to know everybody, and then to have someone with such great experience like Coach Scott being encouraging, knowing that just coming into this after not having played for about 6 years, he's just been really encouraging each step of the way. Working with us and teaching us new things, and been really patient and very encouraging. So I've appreciated that.
Well, that's great to hear. That's Stefanie Nifenecker of the women's golf team. Emily, we'll send it back to you.
March 13th is a big night for both the men's and women's basketball teams as they play in the NCCAA South Regional Playoffs. The men will play the Carver College Cougars, and the women will take to the court against Columbia International University. For updates on the games, be sure to check out bjubruins.com. You can also like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Thanks again for watching Bruins 360.